And what a surprise tonight for the Basic Wolves. No overtime. They had 3 weeks in a row where they had overtime every night and won every game. Tonight, no overtime for the Basic Wolves, okay? Not quite as exciting as they've been in the past. Still won the football game. I'll tell you, they're fired up in Henderson about their football team. The Basic Wolves ended last season strong, and they've kept it up this year. Tonight, a key matchup in the Sunrise Division, Basic and Las Vegas. We've shown you the Wolves running back Tyrone Brewer in the past. Here he goes again. Barrels his way to the end zone, 13-7. Basic leads the Wildcats at that point. Then special teams comes through. Keith Clough with the block of the punt, and Clough let somebody else recover it there in the end zone. He did the tough part, getting the block. Basic wins it. No overtime tonight. 31-13 over Las Vegas. Most exciting game of the night? Well, that was at Valley High School. A sunrise matchup. The Vikings and Bonanza Bengals intense on that Valley sideline. Jeff Thompson, watch him carry the ball through the line and go around the left side, and nobody's going to touch him until, well, he gets down about the 1-yard line. And Joe Anderson with a tackle for Bonanza. Valley's Kalen Hall, another great night. Watch the end of this run. He goes into the end zone. Hall had 230 yards rushing tonight. 230. Yeah, he's the Valley's leading rusher. No surprise about that. But the Bengals hanging tough. Rob Bartolo to Calvin Long, and he gets to the 1-foot line. The Bengals scored on their next play to make it 34-30 with just 3 minutes left in the game. The Bengals then came back to recover a fumble, and then with 1 minute left, here's the play of the game. 4th and goal from the 15-yard line. Bartolo's pass is into the end zone and broken up by Juan Kim. 34-30, that's your ball game, folks. Valley wins it. The Bengals have a good overall record, but they are now 0-2 in the Sunset Division. And there was yet another thriller tonight. That was between Chaparral and Western. This game doesn't count in the division standings. Two tough teams here. Rare sight. Western passing the ball. Yeah, they passed the ball. They had to because they were behind quite a bit. Troy Mack to Mike Brown, who steps in front, makes the catch. A nice little run there. Western botches their field goal attempt, and it's Mack who gets the ball and runs around the right side and says, here, you take the hit. I don't want to get hit. And Dan King does indeed take it. Warrior coach Rick Trosdale looks like he took the hit right there. 1 second left in the game. The Warriors with their last chance. A 51-yard field goal attempt to tie the game, and it is short. So Chaparral wins it 24-21. The Cowboys hold on. Big win for Bob Johnson's team there. And speaking of big wins, here's two teams that are looking for their first wins of the year. Rancho High School, defending state champs, 0-5 going into the game. El Dorado quarterback Mike DeAmbra fires one to our photographer, Clay Downey. He nearly got it, but instead Andre Jackson steps in front and gets to it first. Rancho's Walter James to Mark Valmore. And he's down almost to the goal line. Rancho scores on their next play and wins the game 20-6. The Sun Devils still looking for their first win of the season. And Clark at Gorman tonight. Yeah, we're showing you all the highlights. This is at the Silver Bowl. Play the game for Gorman. Watch Mr. Everything for Gorman. James Ruggieri comes out of nowhere to knock down the pass. But that was it for Gorman highlights. From there, it was all Clark High. Jan Brooks had a great night, scored at least 2 touchdowns. Here he goes off tackle. 17-0. Chargers take the lead. They go on to win it. The final score 31-0. Clark over Gorman. I want to have special thanks here to the Las Vegas Sun for helping us out with some of those scores tonight on a busy night in high school football. An amazing thing happened at a Rebel baseball game tonight. The Rebels began their fall season by sweeping a doubleheader against Chaffee College. That's not too amazing. But in game 1, Mike Strobel out of Bonanza High School went 4 for 4. Each of his hits were home runs. Not bad for a freshman, huh? And they're ready in the Bay for Game 1 of the World Series. Today, the A's and Giants worked out in Oakland's Alameda Coliseum. Dave Stewart going for the A's in Game 1. Scott Gereltz for the Giants. And the game tomorrow night will begin at 5 o'clock on Channel 13. Kevin Mitchell plans to show up for the game, we hear. Cubs pitcher Greg Maddux showed up out on the golf course today. Greg is back in town after pitching in the League Championship Series. Although the playoffs didn't go too well for Greg or the Cubs, he did have his best season ever, 19 wins. And Greg's going to be entering the final year of his contract, which will be a big one for him.
I'd like to repeat what I've done the last 2 years. I think it might be a little harder next time around. I think hitters might expect a little more out of myself and out of our team a little bit. I think it's going to be a bigger challenge than it was the last 2 years.
And basketball fans, are you ready for this? We're ready or not, here we go with exhibition highlights from the NBA for you tonight. This is the new Orlando Magic. Happy birthday to Reggie Theus. Turned 32 years old. Play of the game. Another former Rebel, Sid Green, the sit-down pass to Otis Smith. Didn't count, the clock expired. The Magic drew the Pistons for opening night. The NBA champs had a rough time here. Bill Laimbeer loses the ball and then takes it out on the 7-up at courtside. And then the final 3 seconds of the game. Listen to Chip Carey, Harry's grandson, finish it up.
Magic wins! The Magic wins! The Magic wins! 118-107!
Sort of sounds a lot like Granddad there, doesn't it? And the Gretzky watch tonight. The Kings against Vancouver, 1 second left, tied at 5. Gretzky feeds Casper, and he scores with a second left. 6-5, Kings beat the Canadiens. Gretzky with 3 points tonight. Only 2 away now from breaking the all-time NHL scoring record set, of course, by Gordie Howe. The big difference, though, Gretzky's doing it in about 1,000 fewer games than Gordie Howe did it in, so Gretzky could set it this weekend. Only 2 more goals as the Gretzky watch continues. And how do you like that? Chip Carey, who is again following Harry, the grandson, uses the same lines. I think Dad probably gave him permission to use some of those lines, the similar ones that he used with the Cubs.
Yeah. Can't sue. No lawsuit there.
No.
Okay, Ron, thanks.